When I was in my mechanical engineering final semester, I started getting pain in my spinal cord, lower back, and I consulted the doctor neurologist, and they suggested me to do the MRI, all those procedures. And after the
Yeah.
procedure, we got to know that there is a benign tumor of 3 size, which is compressing my nervous system. What in my journey, what I found very important is जो पुराने लोग कहते हैं तंगदस्ती अगर ना हो गालिब तंदुरुस्ती हजार नेमत. That means health is very very important. It's just a matter of time, and time changes everything. I mean every bad ups and downs are there, and that's what we call life.
Welcome to the Garima show. In today's episode, I have with me Shams Aalam, who overcame all odds to become the world record holder for the longest open sea swimming by a paraplegic person. He's the first paraplegic SM5 category swimmer to represent the Asian Para Games in 2018. An international gold medalist, Shams was awarded the Best Emerging Leader in Disability, Sports and Sports Diplomacy by the US Department of State Global Sports Mentoring Program in 2018. He is also the recipient of the Best Sportsperson with Disability National Award 2020 by the President of India. Featured among the 300 most influential people in Asia in 2020 and named one of the top 10 personalities that shaped India and Africa in 2022 by Woxon University, Shams is an ambassador for accessibility and inclusive education, working tirelessly for the inclusion of people with disability. Thanks for joining me, Shams. Such a pleasure to have you on my show. Can you please tell us a bit about your growing up years? I mean, how did you, what kind of injury, how did you get the injury? I mean, and how did your family face it? And how, so what was your, that moment when you realize, okay, I want to do something in swimming and I want to, do something big for my country. So starting with that, can you please tell us little bit more about your
Definitely,
journey?
Garima. I mean, my childhood, obviously, I was like any general child without disability. I was also without disability. I enjoyed. I completed my studies and everything going as normal as any other general person without disabilities are doing all those activities.
Yeah.
Uh, when I was in my mechanical engineering final semester, I started getting pain in my spinal cord, lower back, and I consulted the doctor neurologist, and they suggested me to do the MRI, all those procedures. And after the
Yeah.
procedure, we got to know that there is a benign tumor of 3 size, which is compressing my nervous system. And because of
Oh,
this, I was not able to walk properly, or I was losing the control on my bladder and all. And then he suggested me to go for a surgery, which will give you temporarily paraplegia, but then you will be perfectly fine after that, and you can do all the activities. Here, I would love to share with you that before my disability, I
right.
was an international karate player, and in 2010, I got silver medal in national championship, and I was selected in the national coaching camp for the team, which was we're going to get selected for the Asian Games 2010 Hangzhou, China.
Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, that's fabulous. So, at what age? So, you're saying you got this uh, problem after your engineering. I mean, so you were old enough. I mean, you have,
Yeah, I was
uh,
around 23, 23, I think. Yes.
and you started learning swimming after that.
Yes, I started learning swimming after that, after my years. So swimming came like as a aquatherapy. When I was
Okay.
after my surgery, when I was in the rehabilitation center called
Right.
Paraplegic Rehabilitation Center in Mumbai. So
Right.
there, when doctor consulted, there are a lot of consultations go. They took all those history, and then they got to know that I belong from Madhubani district of Bihar, and it's a flooded area generally. So they got to know that I know swimming. And when they got
Okay.
to know, then they advised me to do the swimming, because swimming is a kind of sports which actually help you to do whole body exercise for your lungs and all those things. I mean, like complete exercise for your body.
Sure,
So
sure.
uh, the the issues which I was facing, and the issue which I am facing right now, is called paraplegia. And in
Right.
paraplegia, there are no such kind of medicine which actually works. So
Okay.
only exercise will help you to control or regenerate your nervous system.
Right.
So
Right.
that's why they asked me to do swimming. And I thought, okay, let me just try, because I used to do swimming at my village pond. So in 2011, after my this disability and the second operation,
G.
I started going to the other Shivaji Park swimming pool in Mumbai. And there I started. First of all, as I mentioned, they were like looking at me in a very different ways, and they were not allowing me actually to go and do the swimming practice. So somehow I convinced them, and I gave them that confidence that I will do, and if I will not be able to do, then I will not come from next day onwards. So please allow me at least first time. If I will not be able to do, then I will not come. Don't worry. I can
Sure.
understand. Then there are lots, so many um, um, terms and condition, or maybe they are in the fear that it's I will sink into the water. What will happen? They might be facing some challenges. So I can understand, but then I have to go beyond the way and try and find out other limits and perform my duty. So then from second day onwards, they never stopped me, and I used to cross the entire 50-meter swimming pool without any support.
Fabulous, fabulous. So for that, I think it's all also about mental strength and resilience. So I'm sure you have a lot of mental strength and resilience and courage and positivity that speaks volumes about your personality, Sham. So that's amazing. So can you please tell me what's been the best learning from your journey?
Garima, to be very honest, what I have found in this journey, like I've been so many places, and so many weathers, like whether it is a rainy season or winter or chilly winter, or uh, any season, irrespective of any season, consistency is what I believe making me go ahead each and every day slowly and steadily. I never stopped. I so many times I fell down outside, even on the road also, because obviously, as I mentioned earlier, that there are so many barriers. Accessibility is a very big issue in India, and so many places. I cannot say everyone to make them, or I cannot force everyone. Yes, definitely, I can request people and the society around us to make their places accessible, so that it can be a better place for everyone. Through this platform, Garima, I would like to request all the listeners, those who are listening to me, if you are an employer, please make your organization accessible. If you are a doctor, please make your clinic accessible, or your hospital, or your business places, your house, anything which you can make accessible. And let's try to build this nation, this place, as a better place for everyone, because people from any walks of life can come and be your service taker or your service provider, anything. So
Of
let's make
course.
this a place, accessible place. And uh, what we feel, actually, people with spinal cord injury or people with any kind of disability. Let me tell you first, Garima, to be very honestly, in 2020, when there was a Tokyo Paralympics happening in Japan, International Paralympic Committee officially launched a campaign called We the People, We
Okay.
15. That means in the whole world, we have 15% of the population of the whole world having some kind of disability. That
Oh,
means 1.2 billion people are having some kind of disability. Can you imagine? This is
very
huge,
number. Number.
huge number. So we cannot ignore people with disability in any sense if we wanted to make this place or this world as a progressive and a developed world.
Yeah. Absolutely, absolutely. Oh my God. I mean, it's very, it's a very important message, Shams, and I will definitely implore everyone out there who's listening to this podcast to, in some way or the other, be more sensitive towards the needs of, and do, stuff to make it more accessible, for all the with the disability. So, what's the
Yes, I
term?
mean,
How?
Garima, yes. Let me just tell you. So people get sometimes very emotional, or sometimes they feel I mean uncomfortable to use the word called disability, and they use some different terminologies like people with special need, or
Yes,
uh, uh, people with differently able people, or and all those the different terminologies.
yeah.
But to
So
be
that it's
very honest, there is no
and
shame using the word called disability or disabled, because United Nations, when uh, they have given the word, they have recognized this word called disabled and disability as an official word, and we can use. There is no shame using in this.
okay,
Yes,
okay. You.
uh, using and making sensitization is very important. What I am trying, like in daily, like I travel a lot, and what when I used to travel by cab or by train or by metro, I thought maybe because of these means are very affordable, and that's why maybe this is not accessible. But then I started traveling by aeroplane, and I mean, like I found like this is something really amazing. I mean, it's unbelievable. Some places and uh, some airports are not accessible in India, and
Oh,
people are not even aware about how to make a, uh person with spinal cord injury or person with disability comfortable to use the washroom facility at the airport, or how to design the washroom. I mean, for such one example, like I can give you. I visited Ahmedabad Airport, one of the biggest airports you can imagine.
yeah.
They have spent a lot of money. I mean, everything is there. All tiles and everything is there in the washroom. But they have not taken the advice from some expert or
Okay.
some wheelchair user. So
Right.
they fix the railing bar somewhere here. I mean, it's your neck above your head level. So can you imagine like how I will use that? I mean, then I complain about it. I have actually not complained, but I have given them a suggestion through the email, and then accepted that. They called me, and then I gave them the full explanation how it should be, and you can invest a less amount, but you can make fully accessible. And now they
Oh,
have changed their like all the both the terminal, like terminal one and terminal two. So
I'm
these
so
kind of thing and sensitization is very important.
sure.
I mean, initially in Indigo, I mean,
Yeah.
they were not very much aware about how to use wheelchair users. But then we spoke with them, we spoke with their team, and now they are calling us. They are taking the sensitization program for their employees and wheelchair user helpers and all. And now they are very good in handling person with spinal cord injury or person with wheelchair users person.
You
They
know,
are leaders, I think.
so I'm very very glad that you're so proactive and you're not like if you face some challenge you're not sitting quietly about it. I mean you're taking some action so that because it becomes accessible for others as well. So you are like a like a role model leading and I'm so glad that you're doing that. So Shams, can you please tell us some of some of your good habits that you follow during a training day or a non-training day, some things that have really helped you during your journey, some good habits.
I mean, I cannot say good habit, but yes, as I mentioned in my earlier notes, that consistency is very important. I mean,
Yes.
There are a lot of issues definitely in India. If you talk particularly about parasports, and in parasports also, if you talk particularly about paraswimming, see, there are a lot of issues in classification system because when we talk about classification system, it's something like they classify the people according to their disabilities, and then they make the classes, and the people, like as you mentioned, I was the first person in SM5 category to represent India. So that SM5 is a category, but
Okay.
still in India, because of not much awareness about the para sports, and there are
Yeah.
less people, those who are officially classified from the International Paralympic Committee. So there are
Okay.
still issues in the category, and that actually not giving the fair competition to people around us. So what I do as a para swimmer and as a leader, what I'm trying to do, I keep writing them. I keep raising the voice about
Yeah.
all these kind of
Yeah.
issues. I have written after this national championship recently, which happened in Gwalior. I have written a full-fledged email to the Paralympic Committee of India, Sports Authority of India, mentioning about what kind of issues happen and how it should be. Yes, this will not change immediately, but definitely one day it will change. And I'm trying my best to give the best kind of fair classification system so that people with disability can come. But nowadays, para sports is just not a para sports. It's just not a kind of thing which we say like which will go and enjoy or come and just have fun. It's not like that. It's a competitive sports. Internationally, it's happened parallelly, like it's Olympic and Paralympic. Both are at the same stage, same
Absolutely.
ground, same swimming pool. So
Yeah.
let's give your best, work hard, and definitely, I mean, whenever you ask me about my swimming and a good habits, as I mentioned, like one is consistency, keep continuously whatever you are doing, definitely you will get the result. And follow your coaches, whatever they are saying. I mean, and then definitely follow about your diet, which is also very important for you. Before going to all these things, these all are a kind of say, if I will say, if I prioritize, this is all are like upper level things. First of
Yeah.
all, we have lower things also which we have to do as a spinal cord injury person. In a day-to-day life, we have to take care of our skins. Nowadays, it's a very hot summer is there, and
Yeah.
we have to sit regularly on our wheelchair. So
Yeah.
we must check our skin because it's very soft. So sometimes it get red rashes, sometimes it get burn, and which actually very dangerous for us, especially for spinal cord injury people. So, doctor says, or expert says, I can say, or what I have seen is, for a spinal cord injury people, nothing is more harmful than a bed sore. If you have any kind of bed sore, it will affect you very, very harshly. And those who are listening to me, in the disability sector, my friends, it's not only the people who get disability, it's the whole family member that get trouble.
Of
So if
course.
someone is having some kind of issues, your whole family gets involved into this. So please
Totally.
take care of your health. Please take care of your skin. Please take care
Yeah.
of your bladder and bowel. Take enough water because taking hydrated of your body is also very important. If your body is not hydrated, you will not be able to perform. Then you will get so many kind of issues like urinary infections and these kind of trouble, which will anyway like make you unhealthy. And if you are unhealthy, you will not be able to perform your daily activities. So what in my journey, what I found very important is तो पुराने लोग कहते हैं तंग दस्ती अगर ना हो गाली तंदुरुस्ती हजार मेहनत है. That means health is very, very important.
Important.
Please
No,
take care of
definitely.
your health.
डेफिनेटली डेफिनेटली शम्स आपकी स्पोर्ट्स में आपने स्विमिंग में इतना यू हैव डन सो मच विल यू लाइक टू शेयर सम ऑफ योर वन ऑफ योर game memories which is very very close to your heart or something one of the anecdotes about your championship or something.
Definitely. I mean, Garima, I mean, there are so many memories, but yes, 2018 Asian Para Games was one of the best memorable games. In many ways, not only in a positive way, but in a negative way, and in overall, if you will say, it was very nice, a very good experience for me. So there was one event called 200-meter individual medley, and when I was doing this 200-meter individual medley event, so what happened, Garima, because I'm using wheelchair, so it takes a lot of time for me to get out of the swimming pool. We required at least two-person to help me and just lift me and put me on the wheelchair.
Sure.
And they allow only one person, one escort inside the pool. So it took me actually little time to get out of the pool and sit on the my wheelchair. And by the time, obviously, because it's an international level and a big platform event, so they go by time, minute to minute. So they started the next event, and it took me little time. But then when they helped me, and I was on the wheelchair, I had to wait for some time. The event got over, and then I started going out. And that moment I saw my coach was with me. The full stadium was packed. People hardly, maybe there will be 4 or 5 people from India, and there are all a lot of people from Indonesia and different countries. Nobody knows us. I mean, nobody knows us personally. But then they started shouting India, 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 and for me, I mean, like they started clapping for me. I mean, and that's the moment actually. We both, me and my coach, we both started crying actually. I mean, it's a sports which give you all the honor, love. You represent your country, and it's make you go, like 56 इंच का सीना जो होता है ना वो हो जाता है सच में I mean, and that's what the memorable moment for me, and yes, this was
That
best moment.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So, also, I'm sure, Shams, in your journey, you must have faced so many ups and downs, and I mean, there must be, times when you must have felt like giving it up. And so, what do you tell yourself? How do you keep yourself motivated?
Definitely, Garima, there are a lot of times, as I earlier mentioned in this event, that spinal cord injury people are not having bladder and bowel control. So I used to go outside. I mean, I was not having option, in fact. I was not having another option. So I have to go out. I have to meet people. I have to go for swimming and so many things. And many times I have to just push my wheelchair and go on my wheelchair because sometime when your pocket is empty, you have to travel and you have some passion in front of you. You will not stop and you will go by any means. And that's what
Yes.
actually inspired me. And lot of time, not only once, but lot of occasions, I have peed in my on my wheelchair in my pant, and sometimes motion has passed. So all this happened, and I feel low that times because when you are outside, you can imagine and you are peeing in the pan because you don't have control on those all those things, and you cannot do any activities. But then what inspired me actually is I have seen all those struggle phases, and now I can proudly go out, and I don't find such kind of issues as an issue or a burden for me now. These kind of small issues does not stop me to do and achieve big things and big stages and go and talk and inspire millions of people across the world. So I would like to say all the listeners, those who are listening to me across the world, and if they are facing some kind of issues, like if they happy or if they lose control on their emotions sometimes, please do not feel ashamed of yourself. There are billions of people in this world having some kind of issues, and they overcome all those issues. It's just a fraction of time. It's just a matter of time. And time changes everything. I mean, every bad ups and downs are there. And that's what we call life.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what we call life. So
Yeah.
if you will be strong enough, you will go through it. And once you will go through it, you will be like Sham Salam. You will never feel uncomfortable on all those small, small issues, and you will achieve big height in your life.
Fabulous, fabulous. This is so amazing. Thanks so much, Shams, for joining me in this absolutely amazing session. With this, we come to the end of the show. And you were amazing, so inspiring, such an inspiring journey. And you are creating a roadmap for others, to for on this journey. And that's so fascinating. Thank you so much, Shams, for this absolutely fantastic session.
Thanks a lot, Garima, for giving me this opportunity. I hope this will go to the world and people will listen it. People will share with their friends and family and friends, everyone, and let the positivity go around the world. And let's make this world as a positive one and best place for everyone.
Thank you so much. Thank you all for listening to today's episode with your host Garima Avtar. See you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye.